Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude, aka Steve, and welcome back to the WBE Week 6. Coming off a win last week against the Georgia Goomies, trying to make it 2 in a row. This one against Mr. James Baek, like the Tekken character. Baek, I believe, was a Tekken character. I hope so. I think it was Hwarang and Baek. I think were like the two kind of like intertwined. Anyway, guys, listen. This video brought to you by Fight Boy. Dare to look good. I just make up slogans all the time. They send me free stuff, so I'm gonna just always promote them because they are fantastic. They got fantastic stuff. I do wear their stuff. I do. A lot of people, they get, partnerships and then they kind of shill some stuff on stuff. But I do, man. I do. If you have me on Facebook, which you don't because, I don't want you guys to find my Facebook. If you did, you'd see pictures of me and that stuff all the time. It's just a matter of, anyway. So, I ramble. I have Rhinoculus, Como, Menetric, Chandelure, Ferrothorn, and Berescuda. My opponent has Rotom, Corviknight, Conkeldurr, Frostlass, Umbreon, and Clefairy. Essentially, all the stuff that I kind of thought he was going to bring. I did anticipate, I did prepare for a Moongiz. I thought maybe he's going to have Rhyperior for my Volt switching, but he has nothing to stop my Volt switching, and I have something to stop his Volt switching. But that Conkeldurr, I knew it was going to be an issue. I all week I said this thing's gonna fuck me. It's gonna fuck me, and it's gonna. And literally all week preparing my face is what Hank Hill's face is right now, just terrified. So I had to have a couple things. I had like 4 things in place for that Conkeldurr. So just keep that in mind. So I going into it, I knew I was like, how am I gonna lead? I know I gotta lead correctly. I've been planning out how I want to lead. I gotta get the momentum early. I said, you know what? I'm gonna lead with Ferrothorn. And then if he leads with Rotom, I'm just going to immediately go into Menetric and get that Volt Switch, catch that Volt Switch. And then hopefully, I'll be able to Volt Switch from there. And then, I'll get momentum early. And that was what I thought was going to happen. So I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, we're going to lead with fucking Ferrothorn. We're going to lead with Ferrothorn. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to lead with Ferrothorn. We are. No, it's going to happen. Going to lead with Ferrothorn. Going to lead with Ferrothorn. And he has Rotom, which means you guys know what's happening. You guys know. I said already. I just said, quickly this decision was made. Like, I didn't speed this part up because I wanted to show you exactly how. I was like, yeah, we're doing it, and I've committed to this decision on like fucking a week ago, so it's just gonna happen. But he just actually switches out into Conkeldurr. So if I just click knockoff, this Conkeldurr would have not been a problem at all. But I have Menetric now, and I know he can't kill me with, a Mach Punch. But the problem is, now I have to figure out what I want to switch into Conkeldurr, which has been my big issue planning all week. And my worst nightmare has been realized on, like, turn 2. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to switch into Conkeldurr. All week, I'm like, how am I going to solve this? What am I going to do? What's going to happen? But I'm like, if I can keep momentum up, I can keep Conkeldurr from attacking my things. But turn 1, immediately, I have to realize this nightmare scenario for me. So I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch. And luckily, the internet decides it doesn't want to cooperate anymore. So we discontinue. Disconnect. We disconnect it. As you see, the flash bulbs are going nuts right now as there's one Pokemon on the field. And then what follows is about a 25-minute attempt condensed by 2,000% in our attempt to reconnect. So I'll let you guys enjoy that without any interruption from me. So go ahead, you can enjoy this. Buddy. I don't think I'm going to do it now. I was hoping to give myself enough time, but I don't think I did. No, I definitely did not. Wow. No, I'm gonna run out of time. Here I was trying to like. Oh, look at that! You saw my Elgato going off because it's. Ooh, uh-oh. We are approaching the end of the line. Is it going to... Yeah, it is going to go. Cool. I did get it. And I even got time to kill. Alright. So as you can see, what happened was we got disconnected. We tried to reconnect with the same competition. Didn't work. Then we tried again with his competition. He tried to make a new one. That didn't work. We tried resetting our... switches. That didn't work. Then eventually I had to make a competition, and we agreed on the same move, because it was like one move. So here we go again. Okay, the same squad. I could try to pretend that, Battle 2, I have some different thought processes, but I don't. Unfortunately, I have to sit through that pain of not clicking knockoff turn 1, because that would have been absolutely divine. If I get rid of that flame orb turn 1, that would have been so great. So great. So again, I have to suffer through that mistake. And I have to go into my my Netric and really hope that what I have planned for Como will work out for me. For Conqueror will work out for me. And I have a lot of defensive options. I have the Dark Rising Berry Reuniclus. I have the Como that's defensive. Those are really my options. And I have, obviously offensive threats as well. So I do Volt Switch. It's going to do about the same, no crit, something like that, so that's kind of good. We didn't have to deal with that again, and I decide, you know what, Como's going to be the one. I got Iron Defense with Body Press. This is kind of made for, he's got Ice Punch, so be it. He's going to go for a knockoff, which is, it's totally fine. I'm not worried about that at all. But I know that I need to kind of keep Manectric alive so I don't die to a Hydro Pump from Rotom. So that's what I got to do. So here I actually decide I'm just going to go for a Body Press. If he wants to stay in, whatever. I just need to deal damage to this thing any way possible. It is a threat. I mean, if he wants to kill me with Ice Punch, whatever. Drain Punch will get a little bit of HP back. But if he Drain Punches me, he can't kill me with Mach Punch. So I know that, I have to just risk him die. I have to just deal damage to this thing. I have to, but here I decide he's probably not going to stay in and risk his Conkeldurr. He's probably going to go into... I actually assumed Frost last there, so I go for a Flamethrower, and that does more than I thought it was going to do. I get the burn, but obviously I want these Magic Guards, so it doesn't make a difference. Now here I make a decision of, okay, I can get Rocks up. I'm going to lose Como if I get Rocks up. He might wish. The chance he wishes, but he's probably just going to kill me. But if I get Rocks up, then that's really going to limit his Conkeldurr's HP, where he's at. It's going to help me, I think... I got two Shufflers, I got Flip Turn, Barraskewda, and I have Manectric that can Volt Switch. But more importantly, it's going to help get chip damage on that Conkeldurr. And if he wants to just, he can't then Drain Punch against like my Chandelure. So he might die to like, so he might force him to knockoffs. He might like kill something. He might kill Chandelure with a knockoff. But he's not going to get HP back from a Drain Punch. That also might in turn kill the Conkeldurr. So that's what I'm thinking about here. But he hasn't seen an item on any of my on my Manectric. He doesn't know if I'm Scarfed or whatever. I go into Barraskewda, and I'm just going to Flip Turn. This is what I'm planning on doing. He has nothing that wants to really take... And if he does go into something like, Rotom, or something like, I don't even know. He might just stay in. If he even stays in, I have Ferrothorn. I don't think he's gonna. He's probably gonna think that I'm gonna Poison Jab here, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna go for a Flip Turn, and this is actually best case scenario for me because it allows me to get my Manectric in on this Corviknight without him defogging that turn or me taking damage. So I'm able to go into Manectric, and I'm gonna I decide quickly Manectric is the play. So I just decided Manectric's going to be the one, and I might be able to keep this turn momentum up. I don't know if he's going to want to stay in. I mean, seeing how much damage I did to that Conkeldurr, it might scare him into switching out. We have the same outfit on. Wow, someone should have told us. That's embarrassing to both of us. That's terrible. So I'm deciding if I want to Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. As you can see, I'm trying to go for it, trying to decide. But I think he's probably going to switch, and I want to keep the momentum going where he doesn't... I'm keeping him on his toes. So I just Volt Switch again, and based on that amount of damage, he is a defensive boy, or especially defensive boy, and not as much a defensive boy. So I'm going to be able to go to Barraskewda, and I Flip Turn and I Volt Switch. So the thought process is I might just Flip Turn again. So, the safe play for him might be to stay in Toxic, or even just click Payback, or possibly Wish on my Flip Turn. So I know that this is an opportunity that I'm going to have. If he goes into Frostlass, just fucking so be it. I got to hit him with a close combat. Taking him out. That's right. Out of here. Umbreon going down. Taking out Umbreon. I think that's huge because that means now he has no more reliable switch into Chandelure, which is Specs, so I'm just going to be firing off Shadow Balls to give him the opportunity. He goes into Rotom, and that, I mean, he's most likely Scarfed, right? He's probably Scarfed. Oh, look at how quick that decision was. Granted, this is sped up now. But the decision to go into Manectric on the Volt Switch, I think he might have thought that I'm Scarfed as well, and I'm going to keep going for close combat, but I have an answer. And now I'm going to find out he's probably Scarfed. And now I'm +1. I'm just going to Thunderbolt something. I don't want to Volt Switch and waste the +1 because if he goes into something that's slower than me, like maybe Clefairy, I want to be able to take out the Clefairy with a +1 Thunderbolt. But then I immediately decide he might just go into... I get Volt Switch again. I decided to go with Volt Switch, but I kill him anyway. So that was... You know, I really thought I clicked Thunderbolt there. I think I'm thinking of... I think I got that turn confused with the Umbreon turn. Yeah, I did. And even now I'm going, Thunderbolt probably would have been a good idea. Because then I could, because now, unfortunately, he has the distinction of being able to go into him on my Reuniclus. But I have Thunder for this guy. Now, if he wants to go ahead and hit me with a Defog, that's going to make my Thunder a little more accurate, so I don't mind that too much. If he wants to go for a U-turn, whatever, he does go for Defog, and that's totally cool, bro. Because I have Thunder, it's going to be at higher accuracy. God fucking damn it. And right here is where my emotions... I flipped my table, it's bolted to my wall. That's how strong I am. Look at those muscles. Table flipping muscles. He is going to U-turn, and I'm actually going to go for a Combine. Because I thought that he was going to go for a Roost there. I did. I thought he was going to Roost, especially because he saw Thunder, so it's going to make him no longer weak to Thunder. I thought he was going to Roost, I'd be able to get a Combined up. I do not get a Combined up, but now I'm dealing with Frost Blast, and I'm on +1 special defense. I'm okay with, I can take a Shadow Ball from this thing now, so I'm +1. He goes for Poltergeist, though, which is, I do not anticipate that happening. But I live. It's a max defense. And I'm able to get off a Psyshock on the Frostlass and almost kill it. So, what's also important to note on this squad is that if you go one more down to is that Ferrothorn exists. Because I have Ferrothorn, I don't mind these random physically offensive things like Frostlass. What's the moves you can hit me with that's gonna hurt the most? Who knows? But nothing too bad. But I have Barrascuda that's EV to outspeed non-Scarf Frostlass, so I know that a Flip Turn's on the way, and a Flip Turn is gonna be if he wants to Ice Shard me, try to Ice Shard Mach Punch me to death. That's one strategy you can go with. But I know that Mach Punch can't kill me outright. I mean, obviously if I'm on -1 it can. But I also know that my Manectric will not die to a Mach Punch either. So if I keep Manectric alive, that is crucial, I guess. But also, I have things at amount of HPs. But I also have things like Chandelure that can kind of protect me against a Mach Punch. So, but I kind of want to keep Manectric alive. I had a Lumberry on there, or Citrus Berry on there, because I honestly did not know what item to put, and I wanted maybe Toxic. I wanted maybe Toxic, maybe like a Rhyperior if it came on the way in, or if I took a Mach Punch from mostly if I took Mach Punch from Conkeldurr, the other one couldn't kill me. So if he wanted to go that route, I don't know. He goes for Hydro Pump, but he misses, so now we're even. I get Leech Seed. I thought he was going to go into Corviknight there, so I'm kicking myself for not going for a Power Whip. But now I know he's locked into Hydro Pump, so I don't know if that's something that he wants to continue to do. I really struggle with this decision here. Do I want to risk him staying in and get rid of his Scarf, which right now is helping me because I have Manectric around? Do I want a Power Whip thing and he's just going to keep clicking Hydro Pump? Do I want to knock off thing and he's going to go into something else? I mean, Body Press is good against, Corviknight, but it was a tough decision for me to make. Eventually, he actually goes into his Conkeldurr. I guess he thought I was going to knock off, but I just go for Power Whip. I decided if he wants to stay in, he's going to die. If he wants to go into Corviknight, so be it. But it would also protect me against if he went into, if he went into Frostlass, it would die. And then if he went obviously into Conkeldurr, it died. So I'm very glad Conkeldurr's gone. But I just figured Power Whip there was the best move because if he stayed in, it would have helped me. And if he went into, Corviknight, I have answers for Corviknight, so it's not a big deal if I, don't win that turn. He goes into Frostlass, and I'm like, is he gonna Destiny Bond me? Is he really? What is he? I don't know. But in the end, he goes for triple axle. I guess he might have predicted me to switch into... I'm not sure what he predicted me to switch into, to be honest with you. Maybe he just wanted to die and see what I was going to do, if I had knockoff or not. I don't know. But Frost Blast goes down. He must have thought I was going to go into maybe Como on a Brick Break. Does it get Brick Break? I don't know. Maybe on a Destiny Bond, he thought. Maybe I don't know. But I am glad things worked out the way they did. And again, I'm met with this decision of, do I want to Leech Seed, do I want to knock off, do I want to Power Whip? But I figure if he wants to Volt Switch into Corviknight, I would like to Leech Seed the Corviknight, because I've seen Defog and I've seen U-Turn. That means he's either got, I don't know, 2 of the 3 moves, and those moves are Roost, a Steel move, a Brave Bird, right? So he might not have Roost, based on me seeing U-Turn like that. I would think he might have had like Defog, Roost, Steel, Flying move, or Defog, U-Turn, Flying move, Steel move. So I'm thinking he might not even have Roost. So if I can get a Leech Seed off, it's going to completely negate his leftovers, and it's going to allow me to win, even in a pressure war where he's going to try to pressure stall me. It's not going to make a difference because I'm just going to keep getting HP back no matter what, and he can't do that much to me. And if he wants to go for Brave Bird, he's just going to keep hurting himself anyway. So it looks like Ferrothorn, I can just kind of sit in here. And if he hits me with something, so I've seen Iron, so it means he's got to not have Roost, right? He's got to have a Flying move, especially seeing that I have Como on my team. He would not just leave himself to lose to Como like that. So this leads me to believe he does not have Roost, and that also kind of leads me to believe it looks like Ferrothorn can kind of just sit here and go to town on the rest of, he's got Rotom and Corviknight left. So it appears to me that, Ferrothorn is going to get all the highlights. He does go for U-Turn, but he's going to keep taking more damage. If I had rocks up, that would have been great, but I don't get rid of those. He's going to U-Turn. I don't see him having Roost. So if he had Roost, I might be a little more worried. But again, if I can just get a Leech Seed off, no need for that. I'm going to Body Press, and that's going to do a significant amount of damage because I crit him. I mean, I really don't think that made much of a difference. Ferrothorn was going in anyway. I mean, I guess he got a Will-O-Wisp off on me, but I'm going to keep clicking Body Press, just doesn't have to do with my defense at all. And then he'd have to just rely on, I guess, Iron Heading me to just, Iron Heading me into Oblivion and getting flinches. But even then, he'd be hurting himself because of the Iron Barbs. So, a 4-0 win. I'm very happy with how this played out. I think the only turn I wish I really had back was like the first one where I would have liked to have knocked off, but it ended up working out. And then missing Thunder and then going for Calm Mind was a mistake. I didn't know he didn't have Roost. But either way, 4-0 win. 1-2 in a row on WBE, so we're right back in it. We're 2-4 -1. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I will see each and every one of you guys next time. Good night.